Welcome to Virtual Deal Factory. Every webisode I try to say Virtual Deal Factory. All right, he doesn't like to do. Do you want to sing a song together?
No, not yet.
Yeah,
we don't want to break that out yet.
Yeah, I feel a little uncomfortable. Sorry, Charlene.
That's for the
sorry.
exclusive.
Nobody will watch this. I always embarrass my poor wife. All right, so check it out. We were talking about early this week on Virtual Deal Factory Daily. We were talking about hot deals, right? What are hot deals in the system? How you can match them up with your buyers, and then also the flip side is how you can post your hot deals, get feedback, make sure you're making good, profitable deals, avoiding any train wreck deals that are going to, send you to the poorhouse or something crazy and kooky like that.
Exactly.
And even more importantly, posting your hot deals, getting in front of dozens of creative investors, creative real estate professionals who are looking to do deals and make money and help homeowners with you. So now I told you we do an investing backflip, and we spin around and talk about what's the deal with buyer leads, right? Because we have a part, just one of many revolutionary parts of Virtual Deal Factory is we now have buyer leads right here in the Virtual Deal Factory.
Absolutely.
Waiting to buy their properties and do deals with our investors. Because that's what investors are always like, I found a deal, but now I'm so scared. What do I do with my deal? What if nobody wants to buy it? What do I do? Freaking out. Forget it. I'm not going to do a deal. I'm gonna work at the library instead. No, I'm sorry, librarians. I hope they don't think I don't like librarians and Australians.
I think the biggest thing is with buyers, there's multi-functions just like deals. You're going to have a retail buyer, you're going to have a rent-to-own buyer, and you're going to have an investor buyer, right?
Sure.
So there's like three components inside of one piece in the Virtual Deal Factory platform. So what's so exciting about that is, if you're sitting there thinking, and this comes on a whole personal development side, like, my value is not there yet because I've never done a deal maybe, or whatever the case may be. And you could just go to one place, Virtual Deal Factory, buyer, seller.
Now you could. That's where they are, right?
That's where you're at.
Yeah. You are in the one place.
The one place, and you could get a buyer and seller in the same exact location.
You will get a buyer and a seller.
You will if you work at it and put them together and make a profit for doing so. So you might be thinking, well, why wouldn't they do that themselves, right? Maybe they're busy.
Sure.
Maybe.
It's like any business. When any business, not everybody has every piece of every puzzle.
That's true.
When I started my company, I didn't know everything about programming, everything about support, everything about operations, everything about, bookkeeping. I didn't know everything. Nope. I knew some of the pieces, but I knew enough to know I had to find the right people to get the other pieces together.
Yep.
Now, where do these buyer leads come from? So these buyer leads come from, two different sources. First of all, they come from creative investors like you and other creative investors inside the Virtual Deal Factory that are out there generating buyer leads through, whether it's through online, through ads, through associations, through different programs. I mean, they're coming in from all over the planet and all different places and all different shapes, forms, and sizes. And they're also coming from, our secret
resources,
fire hose of buyer leads that we spray into the system continuously. I mean, sometimes upwards of hundreds a day of buyer leads across the country. Exactly. And there's a little difference between them, and you can access them based upon your membership level and blah, blah, blah. That's sort of administrative-y stuff that you can check out and read about later. But I did want to explain that they're coming from two different places. And moreover, it's like, now you can actually come here, and especially, I'm going to speak calling out to all you new investors out there, who just feel like, I can get a deal, but I don't know if I can get a buyer. Or even on the flip side, I could get the buyer, but I don't know if I could find it. I got a buyer, but I can't match it. Now you have an ability to do the both of them because now you can find that property and not be afraid of pulling the trigger because you could come to the Virtual Deal Factory first and go, man, here's Mark. Yep. Mark is a librarian. He's finally got a good job, but he doesn't have a long credit history, but he can spend $1,200 a month. He saved up $5,000 through selling his antique book collection, and he's ready to own a condominium that's a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath. And now and you're like, dude, I saw that property. I can go help my librarian friend here, get them into a home, make them a homeowner, and there's just so much cool stuff you could do. So that's what the buyer leads are all about.
Absolutely, and there's multi-functions, so don't forget. Maybe you have a buyer in mind. Maybe you're talking to your friends or associates. Those are potential buyer leads in the system.
Sure, yeah. Dude, that's $1 million point. If I could write a money sign, maybe I could ask our video editor Ben. Maybe he'll write a money sign on the screen when I do that.
Or it just pops up, bing,
bing, yeah, money sign. Think about that. Anybody you'd be crazy you'd be cuckoo. I would like birds for this. Ben, video got Ben. Put birds up here. I'd like birds for this because you'd have to be crazy, Mark. Anytime you know anybody who's going to buy a home,
exactly,
you bring them into the virtual deal factory because why wouldn't you look to get them a creative deal, even if they're not an alternative buyer like a rent-to-own buyer? Mm-hmm. Maybe just, my wife Charlene and I are looking for a new home. Of course I'd rather see investor deals. Who wouldn't want to see investor deals Absolutely. At 30, 40% below market value Absolutely. Or, that have all these other opportunities that you can't get anywhere else, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So anytime anybody buys a home, you should be saying, wow, these are buyer leads.
Absolutely. I mean, you're talking to friends today. You're maybe at the water cooler, and they're saying, hey, I got to get out of my house. This is going on, that's going on. You say, great. How much you have to put down? Great. What area do you want to move into? The exact profile that we use to extract our buyers into our system and your system in the virtual deal factory to put mass amounts of deals daily.
No, I'm getting nervous because I'm going to have to do the gag order again because we're starting to spill into the next webisode, right?
All right.
What I just wanted, this is what we wanted to share with you today. Buyer leads. They're in the virtual deal factory. They're generated by creative investors. They're generated by our magic fire hose of motivated buyer leads that we spray in daily with sometimes hundreds of buyer leads a day. Mm-hmm. So now you have a place to come to find buyers for your properties, for your deals, to help homeowners and make mad, crazy cash.
That's what it's about.
All right. Virtual Deal Factory Daily. Next time, we know we can find motivated buyer leads, but why in the world, why would I want to put my motivated buyer leads in the Deal Factory? That's crazy talk. They're mine. I don't want to put them in there. We'll talk about that next time. See you on the Virtual Deal Factory Daily.
Ciao.